Hello there, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy. It's Cell 58, and last episode we had just killed Astros, and gotten the Crystal Eye, so we need to return it to, what was her name, Montoya or something like that, who is just north of, I want to say Cordelia, the first town that you enter. So we're just gonna head on north. Right here, and give her her crystal eye so that we can get the potion to bring back the elf prince, and he'll hopefully give us something that we can use. Sweet. Jolt tonic. Oh yeah, Jolt tonic. Now I can see everything. Alright, well, that's about it for here, so I'm gonna go meet you at the Elf Castle, because that would be a very long episode if I didn't edit. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah, this game is starting to get on my nerves with all these random encounters. It wouldn't be so bad if the easy fights weren't as common as the hard fights. The hard fights would be okay if it was something like, you know, where just the system automatically had something like the champion rune in Suikoden. The champion rune, if you remember, if you had it equipped, any weak enemies you wouldn't fight. Now, it wouldn't have to be a, like 0% encounter, but just at least a strongly reduced encounter rate would be nice. Because editing this stuff can be a mother trucker. Alright, so giving the Jolt tonic to the elf king prince dude, I forget it. He is revived. Well, he was never really dead, he was just in a never-ending dream. Although I think it would be funny if we, I think it'd be fun if we went into his dream, just like Cyan in Final Fantasy. So now we receive the Mystic Key, which, if you remember, just about everywhere we've gone so far has had locked rooms that would need the Mystic Key. You can use it multiple times, so don't worry, it isn't like a one-shot deal. The first thing I'm going to use it on is actually here in the Elven Castle. If you just go over here to the right, kind of a secret spot. But it has pretty good equipment. It's like their sealed vault. Mithril hammer for the white mage, 400 gil, 330 gil, and bronze graves. Cool. So optimize my equipment for my party. And now I'm gonna just go up to the shop. I'm showing this because I'm gonna be purchasing some more spells because I've earned enough gil to do it. So I'm going to purchase Bolt 2 for the Black Mage. Yeah. I don't know what else I would get for level 3. The other 2 spells I don't really use. So I kind of just leave that up to you. Going to go to the item shop, because we are going to need to restock. Make sure that you have a ton of potions. Get some gold needles here, because the upcoming area we are going to fight enemies that may stone you, and it'd be really nice to have those. So yeah, let's see, stocking up, and I can't buy any cottages. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna need it because we're going back to the Marsh Cave. Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment. But first, we're heading up to the Temple of Chaos, where we fought Garland, the first dungeon we went into. And I never explored this side because it was all locked up. And this is the point in the game where your thief will start to, become a little more useful. I don't think I've ever discussed this either. There are fixed battle points in front of chests in this game. They've changed it since in other Final Fantasies to where it's when you open the chest and that's it. But in this game, think of it like a pressure plate. As soon as you step in that little, pixel, then you will go into a encounter with a certain enemy, and the only thing random is the amount of enemies that you'll fight. Sometimes you'll fight 2, sometimes you'll fight 6, whatnot. This is a great thing to exploit, which I'm going to do in between episodes, and I'll show you where I'm going to exploit that. Thus, or therefore, you could exploit it to build up some money and grind. So we got Werebane and a Gold Needle. So now we're getting these specialty weapons that are effective against, you know, either spellcasters or werewolves or werebeasts and all this other stuff. It's not really good for the warrior, but to my knowledge, the thief can equip both of those, and that's why I say it's becoming a little more useful. So now that we've gotten all the items that we needed there, we're going back to the Western Keep, and this is where you would exploit the pressure plates. Don't you like it? I'm just zooming. I'm just flying through this. I wanted to get this all done in one episode and didn't want it to take too long. So these 3 chests here have those little pressure plates. This one you'll fight the Wraths, which, you know, they're undead, so you could use Dia or Dia 2. But these guys, they're okay. They yield pretty good experience and cash, but the other 2 plates are much better. They have mummies, and mummies will give you 300 gil per kill, and they're pretty easy to kill with Dia 2. They have like 80 health, 80 HP, or Fire 2. So, you know, here's the way I look at it. If you hold off using Dia or Dia 2 and Fire 2, or, you know, any of your big spells for the big group, the 5 or more, then for killing 5 of them you get 1500 gil. So a cottage is 3000 gil, and you will have more than 2 charges for level 4, which would be Dia 2. So by that math, you could earn at least 1 cottage, or, you know, earn at least 1500 more while you're doing this, and then, you know, your party will get a little bit stronger, and you'll be better prepared for the next area, because there are, well, I mean, it is a little bit tougher, but it's supposed to be. Anyways, let me get back to this. So we got the power staff. I wouldn't really equip it. As you see it, the accuracy is like cut in half, and it's worth a lot of gil. So yeah, I'll just keep going back and forth to this pressure plate on my own time. But yeah, the mummies, they can be a little annoying. Instead of paralyzing, they put your party to sleep. To me, it's the same thing. But they're not too hard to kill, and like I said, they yield the best experience and gil for what you get out of it. So I would probably recommend for the next portion you want to be around like level 14. And so by going back and forth through this, you don't have to worry about, you know, what enemy you're going to fight. This is standard, good experience, good gil. You go at your own pace because there's no other random encounters here, so when you need to get out, just walk right out there and use your cottage, and then your magic is restored, and so is your health, and then you're ready to go. So, moving forward, we're heading down to the marsh cave thing. Okay, nothing here. So I'm down on the 3rd floor. I just skipped past the other 2, just for time purposes. And it's the bottom rooms that were locked, so they're gonna have pressure plate bosses. I'm just gonna call them pressure plate bosses. There we go. The Psycho Demons. Psycho Demons are pretty decent experience in gil, but like I said, mummies much better because, unlike the mummies, Psycho Demons are on the 3rd floor of the marsh cave, where you are constantly getting poisoned, and, you know, having to run into random encounters. It's not easy to get out. So that's why I wouldn't recommend them. Plus, they don't give you as much gil or experience. So, there you have it. My strategy. My winning strategy. Also, if you're, you know, a psycho and you want to do the 4 White Mage Challenge, that grinding tool, or grinding method, is probably the best thing that you could do, because you have all your white mages with Dia too. You're just destroying. You can grind up plenty of levels, making the next leg of the game a little bit easier. Personally, I don't think it's as hard as, say, like a 4 thief challenge or 4 warrior challenge, because at least with the white mage, they can heal. I know their defense isn't as high, and your top 2 are probably gonna die all the time, but for some reason I never found it to be that challenging. I never did complete it, but that was more because I just got bored. I got bored of the long fights. If you check out Roxas Nova, I don't know why he would do this to himself, but he did a solo thief/ninja challenge. And yeah, the dude's crazy. He does all these crazy challenge things, and for some reason it seems like, you know, this community of Let's Players or game shower people tend to do like the same games. Like, you know, what was it, Jenny Fenny? Sorry if I'm sliding your name. She was asking about, she was asking if I knew that veteran 0121 was also doing this. I was like, oh, what a chump. Okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, we used to be buddies, and I don't know, he asked him for some help, and he was all like, oh, screw off, dude. Like, you're just trying to mooch. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not just asking for a little support. Whatever. Why did I bring that up? Well, you know, and then Roxas was doing his solo, and I find it funny how, like, we all just tend to go to the same game around the same time. I don't know if it's just, you know, we're just thinking off the top of our heads, oh, this would be fun to do, or if it's like, oh yeah, that guy's doing it, yeah, I want to do that, let's go ahead and do that. Who knows? Anyways, we're pretty much done here. We got all the items we needed. As you see, I equipped the first piece of armor for Zell, because it actually upped his defense. And I'll be keeping that on him until level 15, till his defense can catch up to that. Let's see, did I get all the items here? That's what I love about this game. Yeah, I got all of them. Only thing I didn't get is the Western Keep, so that's where we need to go? No, I already got that. Oh, that's right, my editing sucks. I went to the Marsh Caves before I went to the Western Keep, and I just edited it the other way. Well, anyways, the last place that we need to go to is Cornelia, and I saved this place for last because it has the piece of story equipment or item. So if you're not really into trying to get every piece of equipment, or you know, you don't have to go down to the Marsh Caves. As you see, the equipment wasn't that great, except that piece of armor, that was really good. And you just want to be like, hey Zell, I don't want to spend like 2 hours getting all this crap. Why don't I just move on? Then you come here. You just come to Cornelia, and it will have the nitro powder that is needed for the next portion. The thing I love about this game, and I say that as sarcastically as I can, I love about this game, is the fact that you never really have a clear path pointed out to you. I hate that about RPGs. I think that's horrible. Anyways, we saved the best for last. A lot of good equipment here, and then we get the nitro powder. Well, what I was saying about that is, you know, you have to talk to every townsperson. Some people, I guess, like that, and, you know, coming to their own conclusions and exploring and finding new things. We're going to see that next episode. A place that you know, the story never really tells you to go to, but it's useful to check out. All that good stuff. So, well, here, I'm going to head on out here, and I will meet you in... Well, actually, no, I'm not going to, because I never showed you how to get there. Sorry, brain is moving a mile a minute. I thought I would have tons of time to talk about crap that I wanted to talk about. The next area is the dwarf area, which I haven't shown yet. I probably should have shown earlier, but whatever. I knew I was eventually going to have to come here at some point. And that's the interesting thing, like I said, about this game is first time you play, you're like, what the heck am I doing? Where am I going? And that's also why I wanted to do a Let's Play on this game. For anyone that started to play this and is all like, you know what, this is just not necessarily hard, but I just don't want to spend the time to find all this stuff. Well, here's your Let's Play. The only thing that I saw was, yeah, like H.C. Bailey's Nintendo version, and that's all good and fine. But, you know, there's not a PlayStation version that has commentary and has helpful commentary. So I'm trying to do that when I'm picking my Let's Plays, trying to find games that either a Let's Player hasn't done it or has done but not that well, and I feel like I could do it a little bit better, or ones, you know, you don't have many options. So that's how I'm picking them nowadays. So down here is our Mountain Duggar. Rally ho! Which most dwarfs say nowadays. Okay, yeah, no, we already knew that. So that's when we're supposed to come before we fight Astos, and we find that we would need to get this nitro powder. Whatever. And then, yeah, there's a smith here that will make one of the most powerful swords in the game. Of course, it's a dwarf. They always make the most powerful weapons. Come on. Anyone that has played an RPG knows that. Okay, so the earth is rotting. Wonder if it has anything to do with these fiends and the crystals and all that crap. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Okay, so the oldest dwarf is digging and could use some help. And this guy's looking for levastone. It can make anything float on air. Well, that sounds familiar. I wonder if he's referring to, you know, building an airship or something like that. We'll see one of these days. Cool. Oh, the nitro power. Thanks a ton, youngsters. Now we can build a canal. Woo! So yeah, by giving him this powder, we open up a new area of the world that we can explore. This place is a little bit tougher. That's why I said you should level up. The next area I'm gonna go to in the next episode, like I said, isn't really, you're not really told to go there, but I think it's important to check it out because we will at some point go back to it, and it has good spells and pretty decent equipment. So sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm talking about the next episode, and I'm still in this episode. I do that all the time. That is my flaw. So we get a cool little cutscene here, which you didn't get in the original version. The original version of the game, it's just you give it to him, he's like, oh, okay, cool, thanks. And then you walk out, and then all of a sudden it's opened up. You know, explaining what's going on, of course. Cool. Things are starting to happen. In the upcoming episodes, we should start restoring some of these crystals, and I really feel like this is when the game starts to pick up some steam. Which is funny because we're already, you know, 5-6 hours into the game. Doesn't seem that way if you're watching this, but with all the random encounters, it is. Oh, and this is the last area. Sorry, I didn't say the best. This is the best for last. Lots of good stuff. Cottage, 575. Mithril mail, cool. Mithril knife. Helmet. Worm killer. Tent. And the Grand Helm. A couple upgrades there, and of course, anything that you're not utilizing, I'd say go sell. Jill, at this point, isn't going to be so much of a problem, which is nice. But, yeah. Anyways, folks, I'm going to end the episode here. So next episode, we're going to explore the western area. Till then, it's Silv58 saying thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, appreciate, share that video, share the love. I really appreciate it. I'll see you later. Bye.